Dear MFins, first and foremost, I hope you and your loved ones are all healthy and safe. The world of COVID-19 has been challenging for all of us, but our MFin community is resilient and adaptive, and I am confident that we are facing this challenge head on and we will all come out stronger. As you all know, our MFin program was launched in direct response to the unprecedented global financial crisis in 2008. Then, like now, our finance faculty are committed to developing highly trained finance professionals to work in complex global markets and to solve real-world problems. As we face a global health pandemic and economic meltdown, the need for advanced finance skills has never been greater. Rigorous training and innovative thinking are key to the next decade if we are to help the world both recover and thrive. All of you have an important part to play in this recovery. We are so proud and inspired by each of you. Our MFin alumni community has grown from just 26 in 2010, when we graduated our very first class, to a coalition of over 1,000 MFins working around the globe. Since we launched our program, there have been many milestones and even more great memories. We are disappointed that we cannot celebrate on campus as originally planned, and we look forward to when we can reunite and reminisce in person. Until then, please join me in the next best thing by watching highlights over the past 10 years.
Hi everybody, Andrew Lowe here. On behalf of my finance faculty colleagues and the staff at the MFin office, I want to thank all of you for watching this short retrospective of the first 10 years of the MFin program. I also want to say a special word of congratulations to the very first class who are celebrating your 10th year anniversary. That's really quite a milestone, one that we're also celebrating here at MIT. I have to say that when we launched the program back in 2009, in the midst of the worst financial crisis that anybody had ever experienced, we never imagined that we'd be able to grow the program as we have, and that all of you would have gone on to such incredible careers and have had the impact that you are doing. In fact, 10 years later, we're in the midst of another crisis. And so you might argue that the very first class, maybe you guys are cursed. But in fact, I think that you're blessed, because you now have the tools to be able to deal with financial crisis in ways that we couldn't even begin to imagine back in 2009 when we first launched the program. And I know a number of you are actually in the midst of dealing with the financial crisis in various different ways today. I want to thank you for working on it and helping us get through this difficult period. You know, for most people, finance is a means to an end, not an end unto itself. And I think it's important for us to remember that, because we get so caught up in the excitement and intellectual challenges of various aspects of finance that we often lose sight of the fact that for other people, they need to understand how we can translate these ideas into actions that matter for them. And there is no more important time for us to be doing it than right now as we face this pandemic. And you might not be surprised to hear me say that no matter what the various different therapeutics are that get developed, the various different policies that get implemented to deal with the crisis, the one common denominator in all of this is that we're going to have the proper financing to be able to make all of these wonderful ideas practical. So that's where all of you come in. It's hard to believe that 10 years later and over 1,000 graduates from our MFin program, we are having an impact. You are all having an impact in this field. And so I want to thank you for doing what you do and tell you how proud we are of you, how humbled we are to be a part of that process. And we are very disappointed that we can't celebrate the 10th year anniversary with you. But trust me, when we're on the other side of this pandemic, we will have a celebration and we'll bring everybody together and share with you in the excitement of this industry and what all of you are able to do. Thanks again for being part of this, and we'll look forward to getting together with you soon. Bye-bye.